I have big news. My Simsie save update is finally ready for release. I know it's been a bit since Strangerville came out, and it took me a second to finish because, let's be honest, Strangerville is in fact quite strange, and it needed a lot of help. But I finally renovated all the lots, and I added some new Sims, and I fixed it to my liking, and my save file is updated and good to go. I have a download link. What? I have a download link in the description box if you're looking for that. It's on Tumblr. There's download instructions in there and everything, but I'm going to give you guys a quick recap of how to download the save file because you probably forgot, and I'm going to get comments that are like, Kayla, it's not working, and I'll be like, okay, but did you unzip the file? And then they'll be like, yeah, and I'll be like, okay, but did you put it in your saves folder and not mods? And they'll be like, oh, so I'm going to explain again. You would be surprised how many people, I do a tutorial every time, and still, people don't get it. This is okay, it's kind of a weird process, I understand. Okay, as a quick little refresher, I went to my Tumblr, which is linked down below. I clicked on this post, so I got sent right here. And then I scrolled down and I pressed this download link, which took me to the SimFileshare page. It went straight to my downloads folder, and I've already got it here on my desktop so we can save some time. And once you have this file, you're gonna open it up, unzip it. Okay, take this, you've got the one file, slot 99 mine is called, and then pull up your electronic arts folder, the Sims 4, go into saves. Now you've got a ton of save files in here, which you do not want to lose. So I recommend just quickly, trust me, copy this, paste it somewhere you won't lose it, put it on your desktop maybe, I don't know, just back up your saves file. This is good to do in general no matter what, but like, especially because you're putting things in there, you're not gonna break anything, almost definitely, unless you're kind of an idiot, but like, just in case, back up your saves file, open up saves, that's saves, not mods. This is not a mod, it's a save file. Open up saves, put this save file that I made into here, and then boom, it's installed. Now, you might actually already have a slot 99, and so if you put it in there and it's like, oh, you already have a file, you want to replace it? Don't replace it, just rename this number to one you don't have. So like, for example, I've already got like a slot 8, and so if this said slot 8, it's not gonna work, obviously. Just change it to slot 9 if you don't have one. Just change the number to one that you're missing, and then it'll work. I hope that makes sense, but I put it to 99 because I figured that most of you guys probably don't have a slot 99, but just in case, keep that in mind. But that's all sorted, so you're gonna go ahead and open up your game and you're good to go. This is where the fun part begins. Also, if you forgot anything I said in that tutorial, I do have the steps listed in the post, which might be more helpful to you because I kind of brushed over it really fast, but I think having the visual and the steps written out might be beneficial to you, but keep that in mind. When you press load game, you're gonna come in, you'll have this Simsie Save 6.0, it might be somewhere else in here. You also might have past versions like Simsie Save 5, 4, you know, but you have the 6.0 is what you're looking for, and it's gonna be this ghost lady, okay? You'll see that preview image there. You load that one up, and I think the most important part of this is one, putting it in your saves folder, not your mods folder, but two, when you go into the game, the first thing you need to do is go and press save as, and then save it as like, I don't know, test file, legacy challenge, blah blah blah, whatever you're gonna play in here, because this way, if you want to go and play with the Simsie save again in a new save, you can just do it again and save as again, so you don't have to keep reinstalling it, if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna make a new legacy challenge in this save file, but if I wanted to make a different save in a few days, but I want to have this start base again, I can just save as again and keep making copies of it instead of having to replace and re-download and stuff like that. But anyway, we're in here, we're testing, we're ready. So, almost everything is the same in the rest of the worlds that I've shown off in past videos, so I'm not gonna like go too much into that. Also, if you're looking for more information, on my Simsie Save Tumblr, I have this explore button, which is a little bit outdated, okay, because I've been having some trouble with time management here, but you can click on these things and you can say, for example, you want to see what's happening in Oasis Springs. You can kind of scroll around. Eventually, it's going to have pictures of everything. It's going to be so good. For now, you can see all the townies and read the descriptions, though. So if you're interested in reading about the townies that I have in my game, they're all on my gallery, but you can kind of see who lives in different places and stuff like that this way. Because, listen, we all know that I have made hundreds of Sims for this save file, and it's just kind of fun sometimes to have some attention for them, because, like I said, I have made hundreds of Sims for this save file. Like, so many. I've made so many Sims. I think we all know and love a lot of these people already. I don't need to show them off too much, but you know, just they have a very special place in my heart, okay? Also, one more thing. In your game options, you're probably going to want to go on and auto-age Sims. Aging is actually off right now. Right now, aging in my Simsie save is off, which is sort of intentional, but if you're going to play, I might turn it back on. I always leave it off just in case, because you're playing, it's like, in my mind, it's a base save, and so I leave it off for like testing purposes and stuff like that, but then when you go into play, you're going to want to put aging back on. Just to point out. Anyway, let's go into Strangerville. The reason we're all here. Okay, so Strangerville, as we all know, is a mess and a half in the existing game. However, I fixed it. The community lot situation especially was pretty dire and very disappointing, and so I made sure to fix that problem. The existing world only had a bar and a stupid library, and so I thought that was kind of dumb because, like, realistically, how often are you going to live in Strangerville? Like, if this world is going to serve any purpose, it needs some more community lots, and also, considering how the military career, which comes with this pack, is so actively and heavily focused around, like, I don't know, that fitness skill, and there isn't a gym in this world. I thought it was kind of weird. So I built a gym for the world. I built a park, so there's like some more things to do around here. I built a new starter home for the Cigworth family. I created 2 new houses with 2 new families, and I also built a new trailer. So, I mean, it's kind of exciting stuff. But first of all, I want to show you guys my saloon, because this is the existing saloon, but renovated. My whole Simsie save is most of the time existing community lots that I have fixed. The point is not to, like, replace everything EA does, just to, like, upgrade it. And so this looks very similar to the, well, no, it's pretty different. It looks kind of similar to the existing saloon. It's the same shape-ish. It just has this balcony around the outside, and it looks more like a saloon and less like a ridiculous, awful, empty box. I made this sign. I was really proud of this sign, by the way. But yeah, I think it's really cute here. And on the inside, you can see there's like a fun dance floor. There's, I don't know, like a foosball table. It's kind of like a sports bar, at least in my mind. There's like TVs, which, you know, the game's playing on all the time and stuff like that. There's a fun jukebox. You can play darts. I think this is a good place to kind of come and hang out with your Sims. Like, I think this is an enjoyable place to visit, right? I'm a little biased. I do like this bar a lot. I have a build of it on my YouTube channel if you're looking for that kind of thing. I'll link any of the new Strangerville builds that I have. I'll link them down below. I made a bunch of them. I had to fix a lot of things here, okay? And then, because the old library was really weird looking and really stupid, and I liked the idea of there being a town hall, given the nature of this, like, kind of small town and stuff like that, and so I created a town hall. I liked the lot because it was on this, like, sort of center park area, and there's, like, a big grounds to it and stuff like that. I figured it makes sense. Like, it kind of lends itself really well to a town hall sort of area, but I tried to keep that, like, old Western vibe, and so it looks like this. There's a clock tower and everything. On the inside, it's a library. There are computers and bookcases and stuff like that, but it pretends to be a town hall. There's also a mayor. One of the existing townies that EA made is the mayor, and so here's the mayor's office. It's really small, but he's got one, and there's a freaky bookcase that's a secret door into this scary place. I don't know what's going on here, but I don't know. Strangerville's kind of wild, so. Like, I really enjoyed putting, like, things on all these shelves and having these statues in between them. I really liked this build, okay? I was proud of myself. Moving on to the Kettle Bell, the new gym that I built. Now, I imagined in my head that this used to be some sort of, like, convenience store that has since been renovated and turned into a gym. Like, this used to exist as, like, a general store for the town, and then someone else bought it, made it into a really small gym. So it's kind of small. It has, like, some older architecture pieces, you know, like these fancy archways and stuff, but it's a gym. It has all the things you might need, you know, lockers and stuff like that. But I think it's really cute, and it is small, but, like, it serves the purpose that it needs to, and I think it looks nice from the outside, because, like, everything kind of blends in. You know, like, you wouldn't be able to tell that these lots didn't exist in the world. If you're familiar with Strangerville at all, you might know that the Cigworth family used to live on this lot in a really god-awful house, but I built them a new house because, one, I wanted it to look better because it was so ugly, and two, they deserved better. Okay, and so I wanted to create a house that kind of blended in with these houses. Like, it looks very similar in my mind, and so I created this one. I was really proud of this place. It's a lot bigger than it looks, too, and also kind of expensive, but I liked how awful, like, the tile and stuff is on the inside, and it's a good house, okay? There's room for another kid if you end up playing with them. They also have what looks like, oh, maybe just a closet or something. Nope, just kidding, it's a freaky basement. Strangerville loves those. But yeah, again, I was really proud of this house. This bedroom in particular, I was really pleased with myself on the color scheme. I don't know, I did a good thing. I'm so good at this game. There's a new teeny tiny trailer that I built as well. My Sims from my Strangerville Let's Play live in this trailer, and I'm really pleased with it. I think it's really cute, and I was proud of myself for building this one, so I'm just really proud of myself as the takeaway from this. I love myself, and I think I'm the best builder of all time. Of course, there's also the Strangerville Park. These things are all really small and like minor adjustments, I think. Just it's the same, but better, and like this is what Strangerville in my mind should have been. But there's also a park. You can take your kids here. I know how many people frequent Strangerville. You just love to visit the Strangerville Park, huh? But there's a swing set and like playground equipment, and it's cute, okay? I also think that if you wanted to, you could really easily replace these with like a wedding sort of setup and have a wedding here. I might, just for the sake of screenshots, I don't know, face it this way or something, but like you could move some things around and get some really cute wedding screenshots, and there's already an existing gazebo. So like, I'm just saying, I did that for you. As far as new households go, obviously we have the Kamal family from my Strangerville Let's Play, but we also have a couple more Sims. We have the rustic Texans. Now, you might have been following my channel a bit and seen Kari and the Kari story unfold. She's got a cast and a speed build. I'll link them down below. But Kari is the definition of a Pinterest soccer mom. She's living vicariously through her children, forcing her daughter to be involved in pageants and making her son join the football team. Dallas hates it and just wants to follow in her father's scientific footsteps. Austin can't see a thing without his glasses and is awful at sports. All he wants to do is craft. Matt is the most well-liked guy in town, but his awful wife is constantly putting him down. Will these high school sweethearts last? Now, the story is that Kari and her husband Matt, they started dating in high school, they lived it up, they were having a great time, but as they've gotten older, Kari is an only child, and she's from Rhode Island, and she's really privileged, and she grew up with a lot of money, and Matt makes, like, pretty decent money. He works at the lab in Strangerville. So we think it's a cover-up. He works for the government. It's kind of wild. But either way, he works in Strangerville, and he makes pretty good money. Like, he's not poor by any means. But Kari is used to living way beyond what they have right now. Like, they are, you know, a decently well-off family, but she's used to be, like, rich. And so she just spends and spends and spends money. And so she, like, put a new pool in the backyard and bought a hot tub. And Matt's kind of like, hey, you know, Kari, we can't really afford this stuff. And she's like, oh, yes, we can. Don't worry about it. And then it's bad. But she's used to just getting whatever she wants. And also she's got these kids named Austin and Dallas because she has this fascination with Texas. She wants to be rustic. She's the type to, like, buy something from Pottery Barn and be like, oh my god, it's an original. It's like an original antique piece. And everyone knows it's from Pottery Barn, but like she insists it's an original piece. Yeah, and she wants her son and daughter to be like the perfect son, perfect daughter. Like, son plays football and is all popular, and the daughter's in pageants, but like her kids are just not like that. Like, the son loves Minecraft and drawing, and the daughter just wants to be into science and stuff, but she's like, you're a girl, you can't be into science. And she's a bad person. Kari sucks. But her house, now I built and created Kari in mind. Like, I was making this house, and then I kind of invented this storyline of Kari while I was building the house. And so the house was specifically built for Kari. Like, the house and Kari are inseparable, okay? Because the house is Kari and Kari is the house. It's just designed based on like what you might find in Texas. I looked up like Texas Yeehaw house, and then I based Kari's on that. And so it doesn't really match a lot of the world, which the neighbors hate. Then everybody hates Kari. She sucks. Everyone loves Matt because he's a great guy. Like, Matt tutors kids on the weekend, you know, he's the nicest guy ever, coaches the sports teams in town. Like, Matt's a great guy. But Kari sucks, and they all hate her. Also, she's, like, constantly trying to cheat on him, and no one wants to cheat with her because, one, she sucks, and two, they like Matt. So, like, they would never cheat with Kari, but they all know she's a dirty cheater, or at least would be if she could be, and so no one likes Kari. But she went in and she built this house. Like, they had it built. She had it built to be the perfect rustic Texas house. And the neighbors are like, this isn't what it's supposed to look like here. Like, we have these beautiful old, like, Victorian Southern homes, and you made this Texas yeehaw thing, but it's her dream house, okay? She's big into crafting and cooking, and she has, like, craft clubs with the moms in town. She's something else, okay? Big into Pinterest. Like, this thing, she bought this floral thing, she bought it, she paid for it, but then she claims she made it herself, and she thinks that the vase is like an original antique, but it was like made to look all rusted a little bit, you know? But she claims that it was an original antique piece. She's just like that. She's again, something else. I really like Kari. I went way too all out with these storylines, can you tell? Now, the Radfords are one more family. I also built them a new house, and these people, there's something else going on here too. So their house is really pretty. As you can see, like, beautiful, kind of sunny, sort of Victorian styled home. It's really nice in here. I'm really proud of this interior. However, there's a dark, dark secret hidden behind the Radfords. Okay, so as you can see, this woman here looks like a nice enough lady, okay? But she has a secret. So here's the tea. Here's what happened. She got this job opportunity in Strangerville, and she was like, ooh, new job, cool, fun and fresh. And her husband was like, yeah, we can move. Let's go to Strangerville. But then, upon further investigation, she found out that Strangerville also holds a dark, dark secret. And now, Ruth over here has been wanting to kill her husband for a long time. She's been trying to get rid of him. God knows why. She just kind of sucks. She wanted him gone. And so when she found out about Strangerville and about how she could move here, she devised a little plan. She was going to murder her husband and blame it on the Strangerville mystery, okay? Which sounds, you know, innocent enough. But she gets here, gets to Strangerville, right? Her sister also lives in town, and these are her sister's children. She goes off to work one day, you know, before she leaves, she made this fancy dinner for her husband. She's like, hey, lasagna's on the counter, you know? And so she left with the dinner out there for him, having poisoned it, okay? She poisoned the lasagna. Little did she know, her husband had recently started up an affair with her sister. Now, the sister comes over, the sister and the husband are having some fun, eating lasagna, but the lasagna was poisoned. Both the sister and the husband die to her poisoned lasagna. And now at this point, the government thinks that it was all the Strangerville mystery, and it was like, oh, because they both worked, like, solving the mystery, and so they both were, like, kind of written off as dying to the mother and whatever. But she got stuck with the niece and nephew because they have no other family. Their dad's not in the picture. And obviously, the younger son kind of likes her. He likes his aunt, but the older daughter, she's got some kind of idea what's going on. She has a vibe. She's getting a little bit suspicious. So the daughter's a little bit obsessed with this Strangerville mystery and the death of her mother and uncle and all this stuff. But it was the lasagna. Who knew? Also, you see how they have this old dog? There's this, like, elder dog. So in their house, there's this picture. This is the dead husband, okay? And that was his dog. So he was in the military. Obviously, he worked to solve the Strangerville mystery, and he had this dog. And they still have the dog and the kids, but the husband and the sister, they're dead. Their ghosts are actually in the safe. Like, in the family tree, you can see their ghosts. Oh, would you look at that? There's Kyler. There's Dana. And there's Charlie. As you can see, I really went all out with this one, but I had fun. I had a lot of fun. If you've missed my other update videos, all the worlds are like this. Every world has all these Sims with these deep backstory storylines, like the Barrett bunch. They've got kind of a tragic story of these kids dying. Not kids. Okay, so these two moms, their daughter died. She was grown though, but now they're raising her kids. Like, it's kind of exciting if you ask me. We got Parvati and Brooke, my best friends. I mean, like, I really went all out with these Sims everywhere. And there's new laws everywhere and stuff like that. It's overall a really good save file. I've put my heart and soul into this. It's taken me years to do. I've been working on it for literally like 2.5 years now. So keep that in mind. But if you want to download it, it's linked down below, obviously. There's more instructions and stuff surrounding it, surround sound. What? I've also got a ton of past update videos, and I kind of go in more in depth with the other families. I've told a lot of stories about people in the past, so if you're looking to read about them or hear about them or whatever, you can do that. But I recommend, though, when you come into the save file, I recommend, like, maybe just dropping by and looking through some of my households and their backstories, because, like, I've written things for everybody. Sorry, not EA Sims. This is Brittany Cho. I apparently called her an evil snake. I forgot I did that. But all of my Sims have backstories. Okay, on that note, I swear I'll cut off right here. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for downloading the save file. The last updated version has 44,000 downloads, so, like, the pressure's on, folks. But like I said, leave a like and comment and subscribe and do all those fun YouTube things. And in case you guys didn't know, I post new videos every single day. And so I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody. This is my child, like my actual child. I have, like I said, put my heart and soul into this save file. I'm so emotional right now. Whenever I release it, I get all excited and it just... Okay, I'm sorry. I love you.